Right, Ford Ranger T6, T7, basically the ones with the lights shaped like this, although we've got the funky tinted ones on here. Right, rear bumper. So some cars, vehicles, pickups, come with just like a pretty cheap and nasty round tube. That's what ours came with.
Usually it's if you've got the side locating side ties.
These plastic indicate that you've got the base model. Now, a lot of people want to fit the chrome bumper that was fitted on the top spec. This video is going to show you how to do it. We're going to explain the complexities with the tow bar and your options when you're fitting one with a tow bar. So let's go over and have a look at the chrome. That's the fitting kits. We're going to talk you through that. These are the bumpers. So this is an aftermarket bumper.
Try to roll one up.
First thing to note before we spin one over and look at the other side is some cars are fitted with parking sensors, in which case you need to order one that has got this complicated shape cut out in it to take your parking sensor holders and then your parking sensors, okay? So there's two types, that one with parking sensors, that one without parking sensors. You don't want to be drilling and filing that shape into that one, so get the right one. Right, other than that, the two bumpers we've got here are exactly the same. So you've got your plastic step on the top, you've got your number plate light hidden in the side there, Ian's showing you, and obviously that's shining light onto your license number plate here. Right, let's keep turning him over. Right, so on the back you have the wiring coming out for your, now this hasn't got any connectors on or anything as supplied at the moment, so you've got two wires that you're going to have to connect, or you can fit, we did check, the original Ford ones do fit in this aftermarket bumper, so you can snap those out. Now I forget how to do that, Ian, you work that out. How do you snap those lights out? Go on, I'll grab the camera.
They're a bit of a pain to get to.
But they did we work out it was easier to take the whole plastic bezel out?
No, we need a small flat head to get them out.
Alright, we'll just talk through that as this come up. Right, so yeah, we just grabbed the screwdriver. So if you go in at the top of the light, you can just pull that out.
Just lever on the lens, and there's
and
a little.
that pulls.
So you want to lever from the top because the spring clip's on the top there, and then that you should be able to get the whole unit out then. And then for reinserting, you just pop the bottom in first. And just clip the top
so you
out.
could swap the lights over from your original bumper if you so desired. So anything else? Right, let's just have a look at the brackets. So yeah, so right, well I'll come around this side, Ian. So right, how does the bumper fit? So what you've got here is you've got two holes here, and they've got captive nuts welded on, and Ian's gonna put the bracket on there, so that'll then swoop up and go up to your chassis here. So we'll have a look at that under the car, it'll make more sense. But the nuts are captive, which makes it a lot easier to do with the captive nuts. Other than that, the bumper's all reinforced. The ones we're selling are stainless. Do you want to grab a magnet off the door, Ian? So stainless steel won't rust. So you can see here this bumper. Hold on, forget. Oh. It's non-magnetic. So the chrome ones, they're okay, but the aftermarket chrome ones tend to rust pretty quickly, especially with the salt on UK roads. The inner structure is steel, magnetic. Yeah. Oh, sorry. There you go. Yeah. But the outer casing is stainless steel. So, right. Good. So that's the bumpers. That's everything you need to know. The bumpers. Another little key thing that sometimes catches people out is you do have this round hole here, which is where you've got to put your jack in. So when you're fitting a bumper, you make sure you get the height right, because you've got to get that jack handle to lower your spare wheel all the way through that. So right, let's have another look under the car then, or another look, our first look. So how does it all fit onto the car? So again, we've got no tow bar on here. Right then, do you want to grab a camera in and I'll do some pointing? So I sprayed the chassis rail silver and it actually helps. So you've got a series of holes. You got one there. Okay, and that's got a captive nut from factory welded inside. Then there's another one there. Now that one hasn't got a captive nut on. You can see my finger behind it. And then you've got the other one here. So it actually mounts off these two holes. These two holes with the threaded thing. Right, and you got the right side there. Show them the L and the R in the brackets, Ian. And what do we get in the kit? So you've got an L stamped in. I've coloured it yellow. and you've got an R stamped in the other one, so you know which is left and right. Sorry, I'm jitting about with this video. In the kit we supply, you get 8 bolts. 4 of them are to bolt into the captive nuts on the gusset plate in the bumper we just looked at, and that'll be these 4 here with spring washers and washers. The bigger ones with the corresponding bigger washers are to bolt into those captive nuts. So let's grab the left hand one and show you. You grab that nut and bolt in. I'll grab this one and show you where it goes. Now, people know how to put nuts in bolts, I know that, but it'll get a little bit more complicated when we go to put the towbar one on. So you've got one in there. That's it. And where is it? Okay. And we've got one in there. And you've got to, as you tighten it up, you can move it a little bit. But that then gives you the mounting point for mounting the bumper. Now, right. We'll show you that mounted, show you the height, and then we'll, later on in the video, we'll show you the tow bar and options you've got for mounting it with a tow bar. Okay, so we've got one end on, and I just thought I'd show you this end. So you can see these two in situ, and the bumper bracket needs to go, see, on the outside there, over that little edge there, and then as you slide it back, you'll struggle to see. You line up the bolt holes and you put those two bolts in. My hand's probably in the way. Like, I'll tighten that up in a minute, but if you want to zip round the back in and that, to start to get an idea of how the bumper's looking, we've only got the bolts in loosely. So you can see you've got clearance around here. Is it all lined up there, Ian?
Yeah, it wants to go up a tiny bit, but we got a bit of movement in those brackets, but you can see that hole lines up spot on there.
Make sure you line it out.
And then the plastics at the side there, I don't know if you can quite tell, but you've got the hinge, I think it is here. And then this curve of the plastic follows the curve of the hinge, so you can tuck it right up to meet. And then that should still allow for the...
If you look down here, you can see you've got an edge here, clearance between the bodywork there, it's all contoured to fit. Right, okay, tow bar. I'm going to take this off, we're going to put the tow bar on and show you your tow bar fitting options. Okay, so we've got the tow bar mounted now, you can see here we've got the tow bar. Now this isn't a genuine Ford one, this is a Witter one. The genuine Ford one I think is normally a square tube. Right, so let me start, and these are the 3 options for mounting your bumper you've got. Now this one is a genuine Ford bracket, okay, it's got all FOMO stamped in it here. And what that does is that actually mounts on to the holes in the end. So this bracket here, if you look under, is one that goes up and around the chassis and strengthens, sort of puts up on the chassis to mount this tow bar on, the cross tube for the tow bar. So what Ford have done is said, well, rather than do a bumper bracket going all the way back to the chassis, what I'll do is I'll just bolt it onto the tow bar and mount the, and you can buy, but these will only work, as you can see, these holes don't line up on the Witter one, so this will only work on the Ford Ranger genuine tow bar and the Ford Ranger genuine bumper. It won't work with the aftermarket stuff. Right, okay, right. Is that better, Ian? You got that? Am I in your way? Am I better?
We're alright, I think.
Right. This
trying to get a bit more underneath.
This is your other option, and you can mount this up onto your chassis here and use the same 2 bolts. Where am I? You got it? Yeah.
So the same as if you didn't have a tow bar.
Yeah.
You'd mount that.
But the problem is, and this is why we're not advising this, is that this bit here covers this bolt here, which is used to mount it. So you're going to lose some strength.
So you lose that 3rd bolt, you're down to only 2 at the top there.
Yeah.
Now on our tow bar, it's got 2 at the bottom, 1 at the back, and 3 in this corner. So
it would probably be okay on ours.
But we would never recommend doing that.
Tow bars is a bit...
You never want to alter your tow bar,
mounted,
just in case anything was to happen.
Right, this is the final option. Now this is only actually cut out of, we've just laser cut this out of plastic, but we're going to get these made laser cut out of steel, and what that will do is that will mount up, let me
Further
just get
forward. those three.
And that will mount on the correct 3. There we go.
So that will mount on all 3 of those in that top corner there then. Which means you can keep all your original tow bar
bolts. Now,
and it goes straight to the bumper.
The only thing is we'll have to provide a little spacer because now you offset it slightly outwards because of the thickness of this plate here. So that's the other way. So you've got 3 options. Genuine Ford option only applicable with genuine Ford tow bar and genuine Ford bumper. This one that comes with the kit currently, you can use it, but you lose the 3rd mount hole, so we don't recommend it for that. And this one will be available over the coming weeks, and we'll have it laser cut, so you use all 3 holes, and then it goes on to mount your bumper. Good luck with that. I hope that helps. So there we go. We've bolted it all up, got it all fixed on together. We're pretty pleased. Compared to that rear bar we had on there that was all rusty, that really does change the look of the back of the truck. So there we go. Good luck fitting that.